Okay, ready? Go. Oh, under 5 seconds. All right, not too bad. We got her open. So I thought I would make a quick video today, show you a little bit about locks, and specifically this lock, which is nothing special, but happens to be the lock from my front door, or at least it was. I realized that there's really two schools of thought about security and locks. The first seems to be that the way to ensure security with locks is to keep the knowledge under wraps. So in other words, the knowledge to do what I just did, we're going to try to keep that all secret. I honestly think that's a fool's errand. I mean, all you have to do is a quick YouTube search, and there's hundreds of videos that'll come up showing you how to do what I just did. So, I just don't think that's a good approach. And, to those people that left comments like, hey, why are you teaching people how to steal my stuff? Well, I assure you, I'm not showing anything new. I'm just sharing a hobby I really like. So what's a better approach? Well, I think a much better approach is to educate yourself a little bit about locks, what kind of security they can or can't provide, and go from there. If we look back at this, that's under 5 seconds, and I'm really not a pro. I'm just somebody who's an amateur who has a lot of fun with this. So if I can do it in under 5 seconds, yeah, that's a concern to me. So I'm not comfortable with having this in my front door. Again, criminals don't typically pick locks, but still, it's just not cool. So what did I do? Well, instead of going to a big box store and just buying a lock off the shelf, I went to my local locksmith. And I really encourage you to do that. First of all, I always love to support local businesses. And I know I paid a little bit more, but I felt so much better with what I got. I don't want to talk about the details of what I put on. I don't want to do that in a public forum, but I assure you it's fairly robust. And it was great because I went to the locksmith. I actually said, hey, what do you have on your front door? And he explained it to me, and he gave me, quotes on what I could buy and what I could do, and we talked a lot, and it was great. So in the event that somebody does have this knowledge to do this, which is, more and more common all the time, there'll be a little bit more resistance to it from the lock itself. Anyway, just my 2 cents on that. So I realized it might be nice to go ahead and open up this lock. Let's do that. I'll show you what's inside as best I can. I've locked it back up. Here's the key, by the way. And as you can see, oops, a little sticky, but there we go, works fine. And let's see here, go ahead and screwdriver. Gotta just pop this back part off. Trying to work around the camera here. Partly off already. Oops. Be great if I could do it without stabbing myself in the hand. There we go. Okay, and then there should be, yeah, just held on with a little clip. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. I don't really care if I wreck it. There we go. And come on off there. Okay. And now, see if I can do this right. So, go ahead and open that a little bit. And I've got a follower here, and I think I grabbed the right size. Okay. See, that's the top. Yeah. All right, there we go. And here's all the pins. Oh, and you can see there's some extra holes. I think that's from this being a construction lock. I don't want to go into all the detail about what that is, but I'm pretty sure that's what that's from. That's where, you give the construction workers kind of have their own key, and then you do something and it sort of forever changes and goes to your actual key. But anyway, if you look at this, you can see the pins right there, if I can get this to focus. And notice that when the key's in, they're all perfectly aligned, so that cylinder can turn. As I take the key out, you can see they kind of all are different lengths. So putting the key back in, I think that's the coolest thing. So you can see if you had the wrong key, it might look something like that. They wouldn't be lined up, the cylinder couldn't turn. But when the key's all the way in, those are just right, line up perfectly. Don't quote me on that construction key thing, but I'm about 80% sure that's what that is. All right, well, there you have it. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit of a departure from what I normally do, but I don't even know if I have a normal video I do. I do all kinds of videos, and it's been a lot of fun. So if you enjoyed it, let me know. If you have suggestions, comments, whatever, yeah, I'm always happy to hear them. And yeah, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you next time.